some VTuber apparently held an event. It was like a Smash or Pass collaboration event. And in that event, one of the guests, a different VTuber, was extremely toxic towards one of the VTubers that they were reviewing for like a Smash or Pass, basically. And that person then got a ton of backlash, and so did the host who invited that person onto their stream and onto their show. Now, the host has since issued a number of apologies, which seems like they're being very well received by the majority of people. However, the particular guest who said the most toxic stuff about this other VTuber has issued apologies, if you can even call them that, which are not being received well at all. And now they're essentially trying to play the victim. So thank you, Brandon, for the tag. Taking it from the top, we have Dragon responding to what occurred during the live stream. Dragon is the VTuber here on screen with the blue hair. And this is who they're reviewing for like a Smash or Pass, who this other VTuber right here, the third from the left, said very toxic things about. As mentioned, we'll get to that. First, let's read the statement from Dragon about what occurred. Actually, I changed my mind. I'm going to play the clip first. That way you get that context to see what Dragon's talking about. So let's do that.
What dragon women are supposed to look like in the VTuber community. Just pass. Pass. Mm-mm. I want scales. I want muscles. I want flat chests because dragons don't have tits.
Don't know about that one.
Hold on. I said, hold up.
Want to see it burn. Please.
And I want a big ass on them and a long ass tail with wings, and I want them to breathe fire and drag me into their cave. I don't want some prissy palace bitch looking at me going, you must kiss the royal fingies if you want to even touch the royal wings. No, bitch, get the fuck out of here. You're not a dragon. You're just cosplaying as one. Fuck off.
On tantrum.
Sorry, little.
Ugh, what a weird way to act. So as you saw, most of the negative comments, if not all of them, seem to have come from this cow VTuber. And as you know, Dragon then addressed what was said about her on that live stream, essentially saying it's all fun and fine if you want to pass on her, but insulting her and calling her profanity and insulting her personality without even knowing her personally is not a good thing to do. Saying specifically at the end, don't be like that, especially when on a live stream with the person watching. Dragon's tweet getting over 5,400 likes, and many people talking about how they dislike this sort of toxicity that's been so profound in the VTuber community. Many people responding to Dragon's tweet talking about what occurred, saying things like this tweet here from Itsue, this is terrible. Who gives you the right to insult someone's design because it isn't up to your very low standards? Go touch grass. If anyone knows their username, please DM me because I want to block all the people on screen. Spitty is my friend. I won't stand for this absurdity. And this tweet, for example, from Lunar that says, you know, most of the 30-year-old plus VTubers I've met are super childish, like the one girl who doxed me when I went to date her, and now this Cal VTuber. Y'all are supposed to be adults, obviously not all 30 plus peeps. That tweet seemingly talking about the cow VTuber is mentioned from that live stream, and the date also matching up regarding the birthday there, as you can see near the bottom of that screenshot. Aren't cows actually like super nice and sweet? That person might want to take some notes from actual cows. Just saying, might help them out a little bit. Unfortunately, the situation gets worse from here, though, when we take a look at that person's apologies and all that. We'll get to that soon. That takes us to a tweet from Freya, who is the host of that live stream, who saw what happened and issued this apology statement, essentially talking about how they're ultimately taking responsibility for what happened, despite not being the person who said those negative comments, because they did invite that person onto their stream and it was their show. So they ultimately, as mentioned, take responsibility and say that they messed up and apologize. Dragon seeing Freya's apology and accepting it. Freya then saying, thank you so much. I promise you this won't ever happen again. Wish I could do more to show how sorry I am. And Dragon saying, your apology is plenty. To which Freya says, thank you. However, as mentioned, things got worse for the cow VTuber, who said all those toxic comments on Freya's show, as the cow VTuber Muthermina left this apology of sorts in response to Dragon, which, as you can see, collected 7 likes versus over 230 responses. That reads, if you're that upset about it, then I'm sorry my words upset you. As a stranger, though, my opinion shouldn't matter. And yeah, the responses from the direct replies and the quote retweets, not having this. For example, this immediate response saying, this is so far from a genuine apology. And the cow VTuber responds saying, words are not my forte. I gave my apology. Whether or not they accept it or believe it is on them, not for anyone else to decide. Other responses including, usually apologies start with admitting to fault, instead of acting like your words don't have weight and you are not responsible for how they impact. What you're doing is justifying your actions because you are too prideful to take blame. It's a selfish way to be. And words aren't your forte, but you had a lot to say about this person verbally in a live stream. That wasn't a genuine apology. As a stranger, my opinion shouldn't matter. As a stranger, you shouldn't be rude to someone you don't know. How about that? The Cal VTuber Mina then apparently trying to shift blame onto Dragon in a tweet that reads, waking it up to KYS and death threats over a harsh remark about the base design of a model is ridiculous. If you're perfectly fine letting your fans represent you in that nasty of a light, then you got way more to worry about than simulated bar talk. And as you can see, also locking the responses. Dragon seemingly addressing that in a tweet here that reads, hey everyone, thank you so much for all the support and kind DMs regarding this recent situation. However, it has come to my attention that one of the persons involved has received threats and we're told to do that. I do not approve of these messages whatsoever. Remember that this entire ordeal is to remember that there is a human being behind every model. No one deserves to receive any type of hate. Please be good to each other. The Cal VTuber Mina then adding on to her tweet about the threats saying, was what I said harsh and a tad overcritical? Yeah. Am I sorry that they were offended? Sure. But it's one person's opinion. You like her? Good for you. I'm glad. They might be a wonderful person. I don't know or really care. We talked about the model's design. The art is well done. That tweet getting 0 likes versus 23 quote tweets. And people pointing out that what she said isn't really criticism at all. It was just toxicity. Mina further adding on to her tweet in yet another quote tweet of herself that says, but we're not talking about lore or even about the person behind the model. That'd actually be toxic and bad. But we didn't. We talked solely about the model base design. If people are going to get that upset enough to threaten my family, not even me, but my family. And the responses from people are largely similar to what we've seen already, with them condemning the threats. Some people, by the way, questioning if they're even actually real. Regardless, though, people are not having the way Mina is handling this, further going on to criticize her responses. And finally, from just about 30 minutes ago, Mina made a set of tweets, essentially, well, I'm not really sure what Mina's getting at. Let's just take a look. Says, in all caps, the person who clipped the scene clipped the audio about a different picture we were looking at on Discord, and then we swapped to the other image and it all went weird together. Ha ha ha, I guess. Yeah, okay. And once again, people are not really having that response from Mina. Personally, myself, I'm just confused. I don't even know what she's talking about. She's trying to say she was saying that about someone else. So it just coincidentally happened to be some other image of a dragon VTuber. And as people said, well, it's still being toxic just to someone else. And furthermore, I don't even know if all that really adds up. Yet Mina adds on to that with another tweet apparently, saying, okay, and all caps. I see what all the BS is about. No, while I said someone looked like a redacted, the image on the Discord share screen and the screen on Twitch were 2 different pieces. I was wondering where the heck all that stupid stuff came from. Ha ha. Responses include, you're 35. There is no war in Ba Sing Se. And just because it was about someone else's OC, I don't think it makes it better. I can see why people would take offense. I just hope you can learn to be more appreciative of the efforts everyone puts into their OCs and character designs. Not everyone will have the same standards. And also, 1, who are you to tell on stream someone looks like a redacted? 2, do you have a brain to think before you talk? At this point, it's sure you will receive backlash. And 3, you want to make rude comments about a nice VTuber model. Did you check yours before? Apply a rude comment to your model. Finally, in closing as mentioned, those tweets were from just about 35 minutes ago, give or take. And that is the most recent stuff that's occurred in this situation, at least that I can see. So we'll pretty much leave it there. Once again, though, it seems like Freya, the host, and Dragon have made up. It's only Mina who said the toxic comments that's really, well, handling it like that. And let me know what you think about all that in the comments. As always, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed this segment. I will see you there. And of course, in the next segment tomorrow. Have a great rest of your Sunday.